Welcome to week 9. This week we are going to talk about the interaction of logical and emotive meanings, hyperbole, antonomasia, periphrases, interjections, and exclamatory words. Hyperbole has the function of intensifying one certain property of the object. It can be defined as a deliberate overstatement or exaggeration of a feature essential to object or phenomenon. He was so tall that I was not sure he had a face. Hyperbole may lose its quality as a stylistic device through frequent repetition and becomes a unit of the language as a system, reproduced in speech in its unaltered form, a thousand pardons, scared to death. In colloquial speech, expressions of this kind are the natural outcome of emotions or just habit. For instance, he snores louder than a freight train. No one snores louder than a freight train, but by exaggerating, the writer shows us that he snores really loudly. We stood in line so long that grass began to grow on our shoes. No one stands still long enough to watch grass grow, but this hyperbole shows us that they had waited in line a very long time. I would die of embarrassment. He thinks money grows on trees. Some hyperboles have been used so many times that they have become cliches, phrases that everyone recognizes. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole elephant. No one notices the exaggerations. An expressive hyperbole is exaggeration on a big scale. There must be something illogical in it, something unreal, utterly impossible, contrary to common sense. It's evident that illogical hyperboles are employed for humoristic purposes. Antonomasia. The phrase antonomasia is derived from the Greek phrase antonomes in meaning to name differently. Antonomasia denotes the process of renaming, the use of a different name instead of the traditionally used one. Antonomasia is intended to point out the leading most characteristic feature of a person or event, at the same time pinning this trait as a proper name to the person or event in question. The example of antonomasia is telling names, names whose origin from common nouns is still clearly perceived, so in such popular English surnames as Mr. Smith or Mr. Brown, the etymology can be restored, but no speaker of English today has it in his mind that the first one used to mean occupation and the second one color. While such names from Sheridan's School for Scandal as Lady Teazle or Mr. Surface immediately raise associations with certain human qualities due to the denotational meaning of the words to tease and surface. Both to name and to qualify is sometimes preserved in translation. The double role of the speaking names, both to name and to qualify, is sometimes preserved in translation. Two types of antonomasia may be distinguished. A proper name may be used instead of common name. He is a Napoleon of crime. A common noun serves as an individualizing name. For instance, the King of Pop for Michael Jackson. Uses for antonomasia vary slightly depending on the time period. In the past, antonomasia would be used to designate class members. Antonomasia was also used in the past to give positive names to strong warriors and negative names to weak or nasty people. Next video will be about euphemism. Enjoy!